Okay, so if you guys look above me, this right here clearly shows me that you guys enjoy looking at these lore videos that I make, right? So that's why I'm gonna allow you guys to basically, like I'm gonna make a poll to where you guys can choose what you want me to look at next. And then I'll obviously do the one that has the highest percentage, right? And then I'm gonna show you this also right here. These are just examples. I know I confused someone in the last video, so they're just examples. It's not like I'm gonna do them right. Just examples. And basically just showing you how it's gonna probably look like, right? Because I really do these polls, right? But yeah, that's pretty much about it. So yeah, I can just see that you guys like this, right? Yeah, I just wanted to, give you guys some more, right? And have you guys, have the chance to basically choose what you want me to look at. So I don't know about the next one I'm gonna make. I was thinking about Tuesday, but then if I don't have enough time, then yeah, I'll just have to do it Thursday or Friday, right? But honestly, that would give you enough time to basically, choose what you guys want, and then after that, then that'll be it. But yeah, so basically, I'm gonna just finish off here. I think I got about 20 minutes left. Yeah, about 20 minutes left of this, and then I'll just go into that next video. I can basically, yeah, about remember everything. I mean, it was just yesterday, right? So yeah, not too much that I forgot. I did look at the summary again a little bit. Um, but yeah, other than that, yeah, let's just see what's gonna happen here. So I think yes, Arjuna versus was it Karna, right? That we're about to see. So yeah, let's just see what's gonna happen here. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna just have that poll. And basically you guys can just choose. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. So I hope you guys will enjoy this. Make sure you like and subscribe. And yeah, let's get this reaction started.
I just took what they gave me, did all the favors, they never repay me. It worked in my favor, cause nobody.
Brand new whip, got no keys. Tell them my clothes, no starch, please. Soon as you can go leave. Got M's in the bank like S and D. Cartier glasses, I won't even Pikachu. Yellow Ferrari like Pikachu. I got him waiting and watching what he gon' do. Tryna pee what I do, tryna steal my moves.
Okay, and real quick, yeah, I just got done recording the rest of this part, right? But real quick, yeah, I forgot to say that you guys can go down right now in the comment section and just tell me what you guys want me to look at, and yeah, I'll just do that. So yeah, for example, like a certain character like Arjuna right here, would you want me to look at a story of him or someone else, right? Just a specific character story, right? Not this whole thing of a lost belt, right? And basically, yeah, that's about it. So yeah, I just let you guys or cut back to where I left off. Okay, so let's see. I think I'm gonna have to just go back. I do remember this. So yeah, like right before, I guess, yeah, they were about to fight. I think I just started up from right. Yeah,
also
I just started
show
up from
up,
right here.
along with Arjuna
Okay.
Altar atop his Vimana. Karna tries to address Arjuna, but is flatly ignored. Instead, Arjuna deems us failures,
So, yeah,
and
right
begins to
about
charge
here.
his noble phantasm. Pepe, having lost his servant, knows he'll be erased by Mahapralaya, and joins us as we run the fuck away. He clues us
Yeah,
into the fact that
okay.
we can use a
Yeah,
jump to
get up
void
and out of
space to
there.
escape Arjuna's attack. Pepe's cooperation earns both Mashu
Oh
and
wait, so literally, okay, yeah, so literally a nickname for him, Pepe. So I'm not even gonna try and
Rates
pronounce his
trust,
name.
so we take him along
I
on
don't
the
even want to
shuttleboard
try
begin our
that.
zero sail.
Um,
Problem is, we don't have enough time.
okay.
We'll be just a few seconds too late to escape, and in
got
order to save
Holmes
us all,
here?
Karna decides to make a noble sacrifice. He exits the border and deploys his armor, Kavacha and Kundala, to shield the border from Mahapralaya. Before being consumed by the blast, Karna places his hopes in Ganesha, hitting Jinako right in the feels. This buys us just enough time to flee to void space, so that we're not erased as Arjuna remakes the world to begin the next cycle. When we return to the Lost Belt, it's at the Krita Yuga, which is peaceful
Oh yep,
and
I can see the
prosperous.
tree back there too. Okay.
Accompanying this, we notice how the villagers of Bichu are far more welcoming now, except for Ajay. He's still a dickhead. We're glad to see
Yeah.
Asha again,
Okay.
but devastated to learn that her dog, Vihan, is no more. She doesn't
Oh,
even
the dog.
remember having a dog.
Okay, and
Turns
doesn't he
out,
remember
during our
either?
fight with the Kali, some furniture
Or-
landed on Vihan and injured his leg.
Oh, okay,
This
there
was
it goes.
apparently enough for Arjuna to deem him unnecessary, so the pupper was erased. Damn it, Arjuna! Now this shit's personal. Our next step is to seek out Dewar, a village to the north which is rumored to be the home of a rebellion against Arjuna. We go there and sure enough, we find the rebels being led by Lakshmibai. At first, she assumes we're more of Arjuna's Lokapala, but after we save the rebels from an attack by sacred beasts, she joins our cause. She tells us that she's a pseudo-servant containing Lakshma, and this riles up Rama thinking she's his wife, or has his wife somewhere in there, I guess. She kicks his ass and we move on. We feel confident enough to try and visit God Sky Boulder now that it's a more peaceful Yuga, but when we get near, we find it swarmed with Kali. Unwilling to fight our way through, we return to Dewar. There, we find it being attacked by Berserker Netza. As we battle her, we note that she's using too many noble phantasms in a row. Essentially, she is intentionally committing suicide, reasoning that her death is a better alternative than letting Kuber's divinity take over.
Oh, okay. So
She
using too many
vanishes,
noble
but not before telling us
phantasms
about the other Lokapala and
does
their
that to
respective
you?
locations. Recall how our servants were feeling weak ever since we arrived? Well, when Berserker Netza vanishes, a bit of that burden is lifted, giving us the idea that we can grow stronger by defeating the other Lokapala. After some debate, we reason that Asclepius would be the best servant to oppose first. We head to his territory in the south, and we learn from the villagers there that he's actually saved them from a spreading epidemic. While Asclepius is a talented doctor, we can't accept how he's on Arjuna's side. We fight against his army of the undead, but find ourselves overwhelmed. It's then that we're saved by an unlikely hero, David Semvoid, one of the other cryptors. His servant vanquishes the rest of Asclepius' undead,
David, right?
prompting Da Vinci
Okay.
to discover that the servant is actually a grand servant. Sadly,
Grand
their identity is
servant,
hidden by an
okay.
ominous cloak. Mind you, David is not
Or,
here
oh,
to save
David.
Aldea,
Okay, I
rather
thought you
to
said
relay some
David.
information to Pepe.
not David.
Apparently, by
Okay.
traveling along with Koyanskaya, it's possible for a cryptor to enter and exit Lostbelts as they please. Before heading back to his own Lostbelt, David gives Pepe a clue on how to defeat Arjuna Altar. In Fate, gods are born and derive power from human worship. The more a god
Yeah.
is revered, the stronger they become. Of course, the inverse is also true. If the people's awe of a god can be called into question, said god will grow weaker. We see Lakshmibai's rebellion as a starting point for diminishing Arjuna's divinity. Ideally, we could recruit more rebels, further weakening him. Sadly, however, when we return to Dewar, we find it taken over by the sacred beasts. While we fend them off, the base is too damaged to salvage, and so we take the rebels to Bichu. Luckily, the village elder is still being kind to us, and welcomes the refugees with open arms. That is, until the next morning.
Okay, yeah, there it
Time has
goes.
passed into the next Yuga, and along with it, the villagers have once again grown paranoid and angry. Whatever home we had for the rebellion before is now gone, and to make matters worse, more Kali and sacred beasts attack. William Tell begins to snipe them from outside the village, eventually targeting Ritska. Mashu can only block Tell's arrows for so long before letting one slip past, so it becomes imperative that we take him out as soon as possible. Problem is, we have no way of closing the gap between us, or so we think. Recall how Lakshmibai is actually inhabited by the goddess of misfortune. Turns out we can use that to our advantage. Ritska, Mashu, Rama, and Lakshmibai take a horse-drawn carriage to intercept Tell and his arrows.
Oh, so
Tell has a number of targets he
I
can
thought
strike,
it was a
from the
different
horse
name
to the
that he had,
carriage
but
wheels.
Tell.
But thanks
Okay.
to Lakshmi's influence, Lakshmibai can draw any loosed arrows toward herself. Essentially, by making herself a target, Lakshmibai can take the arrow strikes, in turn protecting the others.
Oh yeah, and then
While
that
each of these
hits you
arrows
no
wounds
matter
her,
what,
None
right?
are enough to bring Lakshmibai down.
Or the
This
arrows,
closes
I mean,
the gap
right?
and allows Rama to fend off Tell for now. Our demonstration of bravery finally encourages some of Bichu's citizens to take up arms against their god. We stick around and train them to fight, which continues until the next Kali Yuga, the end of the cycle. The Kali becomes stronger, combining
Oh,
to
did
create
it?
even greater
I was about to say, they
monstrosities.
just fuse
It's at this
like.
point that Asha's
Okay.
father steps in to fight the Kali too, to protect his daughter. In a show of affection, he uses his lumberjack axe to save her from a Kali, and clarifies that he does remember her upcoming birthday. To ruin this moment, Asclepius returns, this time with a new divinity he inherited from Arjuna. The new power comes from Varuna, the god of the sea, and Asclepius uses it to strengthen the sacred beasts around us. Things appear to go his way until, just like Netza, he begins to self-destruct. Turns out that his body can't contain the power of two gods, and attempting to do so overloaded him. Asclepius realizes that Arjuna knew this would happen, and intentionally
Oh,
let him
and then
take
there
on a
he
second
goes,
god
yeah.
because he was no longer useful. Asclepius takes this as a betrayal, having foolishly believed that Arjuna was any different from the Greek gods who punished him in life. Thus, another of the Lokapala fall, and we regain even more of our strength. As if to ruin the parade, though, William Tell shows up once more,
Oh no, William.
firing
Okay.
arrows at the rebels.
Yeah, that's a different
This
name that he
continues
had
until
there.
Asha,
Tell.
wanting to join the fight, picks up a crossbow and aims it at Tell. This triggers something in him as he hesitates to fire back on a
You
child.
can't pull the trigger.
While Arjuna erased the memory of
Oh,
his
he can't-
sons,
yeah, shoot a
it seems
child.
Tell can't fully betray his
I don't know about that
protective
being a
nature.
child.
This
4,000
hesitation allows
years.
Rama to rush
Whoa.
in and deliver a fatal
Oh
strike.
no, it was 4,000
At the last
days
moment,
actually,
however,
right?
Tell is saved when Ashwatthama comes to attack us. By this point, we're cutting it close yet again, as Arjuna begins to charge his noble phantasm. We don't have a
yep,
way
there
of
goes.
killing Ashwatthama, and we certainly don't have the time to waste trying. Thankfully, William Tell believes us when we tell him about his son, and to offer us a chance to escape, he shoots Ashwatthama in the leg. We make a run for the shadow border, and along the way, we find a familiar face. It's Koyanskaya, except her new sexy outfit is all
Wait,
tattered.
take
and she's
me
looking
out
to
to
hitch a
the
ride on the border
voice,
with
see?
us.
Okay.
Turns out, Koyanskaya, despite being a fellow alter ego of the alien god, doesn't agree with how Ashwatthama's been conducting all of this. She overestimated her strength in a fight against Ashwatthama earlier and got her ass whooped.
Damn.
Now she's stuck in the Lostbelt, unable to escape, with Arjuna more than ready to erase her. She teases us about the prospect of using this as a moment to take advantage of her, and as tempting as that would be for a dojin, we instead take her along as a gesture of goodwill.
Okay.
All aboard the Shadow Border, we prepare another zero sail while Arjuna is about to unleash his noble phantasm. In this endeavor, we get some extra help from William Tell, who aims his crossbow at Arjuna.
Okay,
Of
I do
course,
not
a
know
mere arrow would
what
normally
that
be
said right
unable
there.
to hit such a divine being, even if that arrow comes from an expert
Oh yeah, he's
marksman.
looking different
As
there.
such,
Okay.
the first arrow misses, but we can't forget about Tell's legend. He carries with a second arrow.
Oh, yeah, the second
one meant
arrow,
to slay
yeah.
his enemy should the first arrow miss its mark. Following this logic, Tell looses his second arrow, which does manage to strike Arjuna. It doesn't really do any damage, but
Oh,
it
yeah,
does
it looked
give
like it just
Aldea a bit
nudged
of extra
him.
time in
Okay.
escaping the cataclysm. Once again, another Yuga cycle begins, which means even more aspects of the world have been purged. Obviously, William Tell is gone, and while that again strengthens our party, we're taken aback to learn that all of the rebels who took up arms against the Kali are now gone, including Asha's father. Now, Asha lives with her aunt and uncle, unable to remember her dad even though she knows something is off. In the wake of this tragedy, some confessions take place. Lakshmibai, who doesn't understand the Lost Belts, interrogates Ritska about what happens when a Lost Belt is denied. She didn't realize that, no matter how hard she fights for the Lost Belt's people, they are all doomed to be erased one way or the other. At the same time, she tells us the truth about Lakshmi, and how teaming up with her will only cause more hardship. Regardless, Ritska accepts her, and she in turn agrees to oppose Arjuna as a common enemy. We may be in a bit of a rough spot, but at least there's only one more Lokapala to worry about. The party seeks out and finds Ashwatthama, and as we fight him, we learn about how he's only cooperating with Arjuna because of Krishna's curse. If he could somehow rid himself of the curse, he would be more than happy to fight with us. Luckily, Rama has a solution. He takes the curse from Ashwatthama and carries it
Oh, hold
himself.
on, they just changed there.
Because both Rama and Krishna
like
were
his
avatars
face or
of Vishnu,
whatever.
the curse affects Rama to a lesser extent. It still causes Rama great pain, but it's a worthy trade-off to gain a new ally. After
Oh,
all,
his hair was just
Ashwatthama
up,
has a
okay.
risky yet feasible plan to severely weaken Arjuna's divine authority. Here's the logic. If we can demonstrate that even someone as powerful as Arjuna can make mistakes, failing to even notice something he would have otherwise erased, then it will demonstrate to the world and himself that he's not as perfect as he claims to be. This
Yep.
will cripple him, giving us a chance to actually defeat him. Ashwatthama states that if we could create something in the world that was there from the beginning, something as constant and unsuspicious as the sun or sky, Arjuna would never question its existence. Ashwatthama, with his link to Shiva, and still connected to Arjuna as a Lokapala, can use the noble phantasm Mahakala Shakti to send someone thousands of years back in time to create this constant element in the world.
Okay.
It is something he can only do now that Arjuna's short Yuga cycles are putting tremendous strain on the world. Specifically, Ashwatthama sends both Lakshmibai and Ganesha back in time so that they can use their noble phantasms to create an impenetrable barrier that they have to maintain for thousands of years. Between them, Lakshmibai has it easy. She only has to use her noble phantasm Nahin Denge to protect the space that Ganesha creates. Ganesha, on the other hand, must use her noble phantasm, Ganesha Vinishvara, to create a space to inhabit for as long as it takes to reach the present. In other words, Ganesha will be staying awake as a shut-in for thousands of years.
Dang.
Jinako acts like this is no big deal, a chance for her to play all the video games she's kept in her backlog. But it's obvious that such a task may break her mind.
Yeah, that's good for
such
her,
a vast
right?
expanse of time. Regardless,
Wait, hold up. Wait, hold up. Go back here.
That such
Okay, dang, that'd be going quick. Wait, hold up.
Games she's kept in her backlog. But it's obvious that
wait, let me see. Yeah, I'm a professional shut-in. Yeah.
Such a task may break
Let's
her
see.
mind over
Empress of Needs. Summon some video games and other goodies. Like a staycation. Okay.
Of time. Regardless,
A few 1,000-hour games I had my eye on for.
she takes on the challenge, honoring Karna's
Yeah, that's
final request.
just, she's gonna have the time of her life,
Ashwatthama
basically.
sends the two of them back, while the party fights against a swarm of sacred beasts. When we're nearly overwhelmed, the Shadow Border shows up to escort us to where Ganesha and Lakshmibai have been all this time, God's Sky Boulder. That's right, the strange cube we noticed upon arrival was actually the bounded field created by those two all along.
What a cube.
It's been surrounded by Kali because of Lakshmibai's misfortune. The reason nobody questioned the Sky Boulder is because it's been around for so long, and once Arjuna realizes he's ignored his own enemy all this time, it will surely damage his divinity. In the border, we head out to retrieve Ganesha and Lakshmibai, but Arjuna intercepts us with Vimana. From the air, he shoots at us with beams of light, and the only reason we survive is because Gordolf is behind the wheel, pulling some crazy initial D shit to dodge all the blasts. We don't even have time to deal with the Kali, we just charge right through.
Yeah,
Kick
just
ass.
go straight through
After
them.
taking shelter under the Sky Boulder, Ritsuka touches it, making contact with a Ganesha who's long since lost touch with reality. Thankfully, she saved records of her past and uses them to return to normal. Ashwatthama vanishes, having used all of his energy to pull this stunt off.
Oh, so not...
Unexpectedly,
Okay.
this plan bears even greater rewards.
So I'm guessing he's
Oddly
gone
enough,
now?
when Arjuna Alter erases elements from the world, they aren't completely destroyed. Rather, everything he's erased can be found in a formless trash heap of sorts, an empty space removed
Oh, yeah, so I
from
was
the
about to
passage
say some
time.
type of space.
When Ashwatthama
It was
vanishes,
still there.
he goes to this space and finds Karna, who's been drifting along since he made his sacrifice
Karna.
earlier on. Now that Arjuna's divinity has been damaged, the two of them figure it's possible to somehow let Karna escape and return to the outside world. Before that, however, Karna makes use of this timeless space to spar with Ashwatthama, growing stronger and stronger in what
Okay, so
seems
train
like an
with
instant.
them?
Thus, when Karna returns to us, he is far more capable than before. He even seems to recall his memories of Jinako, calling her by name. Hoping to settle things with
Oh,
his
so,
rival
okay, he
once and
remembers
for
now,
all,
right?
Arjuna Alter awaits Karna for a final battle beside the Lostbelt's fantasy tree. We hop into the border once more, only to find that the tree itself is surrounded by a sea of milk. In
Wait,
Indian mythology,
a sea
the
of
world was
milk?
created by churning the sea of milk. Vaski, the Serpent King, was used as a rope to churn this milk, and doing so made Vaski vomit a corrosive poison that would destroy even servants.
Okay, so all
While we
that
wonder
milk.
how to cross this
Okay,
ocean safely,
yeah.
Captain Nemo finally decides to reveal his identity. Let's not forget, he was an Indian prince who went into self-imposed exile. This may have allowed him to venture the seas in his submarine, the Nautilus, but it came at the cost of abandoning his homeland. In contrast, Lakshmibai was a warrior who stood her ground to protect her home, and so when she volunteers to sacrifice herself for Chaldea's sake, he decides to take action. Between the legends of Nemo viewing the sea as a place with no obstacles, and his connection to the Greek god Triton, Nemo is more than capable of navigating even a poisonous ocean. Thus, he unleashes his noble phantasm to transform the Shadow Border into the Nautilus, letting the party cross over to the fantasy tree, where our final battle awaits. In preparation, Rama deems himself unfit for combat. The curse he inherited is harming him too much to be genuinely useful, and so he hands over his weapon, Brahmastra, to Karna instead. Karna now has the power of 3 Indian gods. Naturally, there's his connection to the sun god Surya, but now he has a bond with
So
Ashwatthama's Shiva
that'd be
and
more
the
than
power
enough,
of
right?
Vishnu
And
through
okay,
Rama's
got
weapon.
got his new
By taking all
form.
3 of these powers into himself, he ascends as a form we call Super Karna. It is this power that lets us ultimately defeat Arjuna, but our victory is helped even further as Karna further points out flaws to his character. After all, Arjuna deep down is still a human with emotions like envy and hatred. He's been judging the world all this time, but never stopped to judge himself for those same flaws.
Yep.
Ultimately, it is Arjuna's obsession with defeating Karna that allows him to lose. He falls, releasing the gods he absorbed. All that's left is to take down that damn tree, but would you know it, Pepe suddenly decides to oppose us after playing buddy-buddy all this time.
For real? Okay.
He may have disagreed with Arjuna's rule as a Lostbelt king, but that didn't mean he was ready to abandon his post as a cryptor. Sure, he's got his Tengu arts to make him strong enough to fight a single servant, but that alone wouldn't be enough to defeat our entire ensemble, especially now that Rama no longer has to worry about Krishna's curse. Problem is, Pepe's not alone. Karna used all his strength in the prior battle, even giving Rama his weapon back.
Oh, damn.
As he vanished, the part of him containing Shiva, in other words Ashwatthama, took over. Making do on his role as a servant, Ashwatthama joins Pepe for one last showdown.
Okay.
Of course, Ashwatthama's immortal strength came from the curse, so no matter how pumped up he is, we can still beat him. Thus, when we destroy Ashwatthama, the fantasy tree also falls.
Okay, so
settling
the
the
whole
matter.
tree, okay.
Pepe is curious
Just
as to why
gone.
Ashwatthama didn't help out for this fight, but it turns out that he was occupied with
Okay,
another
yeah, here
matter.
goes him again.
Asclepius, being such an amazing doctor, resurrected himself with a medicine he created. By letting himself die and then
Okay,
reviving himself,
so
he
literally-
was able to escape
okay,
Arjuna's
yep, of course,
divine
right.
control. In an act of rebellion, he fought against Ashia while we were fighting Pepe. Ashia gets his ass handed to him, and his body
Dang.
crumbles.
Yeah,
It's
literally
awesome,
turns
but
into
don't get too
stone.
excited.
Okay.
That's apparently not his only body.
Oh, of course.
With the tree gone, Pepe
Yep.
hitches a ride with Koyenskaya, who despite teaming up with us on occasion, is not at all on our side. It's a complicated relationship. They're
Yo,
off to
look
the Atlantic
at that
Lostbelt,
face.
but we still
Okay.
have business to attend to here.
Yeah, Pepe is
We've
not,
parted ways with
not what I
Ganesha and
expected,
Lakshmi
right?
Bai, as they
Okay.
have fulfilled their role as free servants. Lakshmi Bai comforts herself by exclaiming how her own beliefs include reincarnation, so even if the people of this Lostbelt are erased, she believes they will still exist in some form. Our end goal is to go to a specific location to activate the Aranax Phantasm, but before we do so, Mashu requests that we make one more stop at Bichu. There, she tells Asha about her father and the other people that were taken from her. Similar to Lakshmi Bai, Asha wonders if the people who are gone will reincarnate, not through Arjuna's power, but based on her own prayers. We leave her feeling confident about this theory. Meanwhile, Asclepius spends what little time is left in this Lostbelt helping a boy cure his sick mother. That night, likely the very last night for the Lostbelt, Asha goes to sleep crying, dreaming of the family she can't even remember. With that, the Lostbelt is denied, and proper human history takes one step closer toward survival. It's a sad process, but you have to remember that it's not Chaldea's fault the Lostbelts were being pruned. No matter who wins, entire worlds filled with deserving life will be erased, as the universe itself was never going to preserve them all to begin with. Because of this, we can't give up, and so we look toward the future, activating the Aranax Phantasm in preparation for the next Lostbelt. Look forward to more of this epic tale as it unfolds.
Okay.
Thanks for watching.
And
If you enjoyed
yeah, that's about it. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that was a lot. Wait, hold up. Gotta give me some water real quick. Yeah, that was a lot, bro. Yeah, that was definitely a lot right there. But yeah, kind of like what a sad ending, cause yeah, none of that got resolved, right? She just cried herself to sleep, so yeah, kind of a sad ending there, but I mean, I guess yeah, we was able to take care of Arjuna, right? The main threat. Yeah, I gotta I gotta look back for the Yugas and all that. But basically, you know, just causing all this destruction, disaster, whatever. And basically just cycling around, right? But yeah, that's pretty much about it. So yeah, let me just go back here. Yeah, wait, so I don't know if I'm confused or something, but is what was her name? Jinako, right? Jinako is Jinako and Ganesha the same person, right? Because I was getting confused. I'm like, okay, wait, aren't they the same person, right? And she had like a different name. I'm like, wait, Ganesha, isn't that Jinako, right? So yeah, I don't know if I got confused there or something like that, or just forgot something, but yeah, I'm like, okay, wait, like, are they the real same person or not, right? But yeah, that's pretty much about it for this Lost Belt, right? So, oh yeah, William, yeah, I was like, okay, wait, William Tell. I'm like, oh, okay, that was like what his last name or something like that. Have you said last name or first name? Um, but yeah, I remember William. I'm like, okay, where did Tell come from? Um, so just going back, I might look at the summary again real quick, or I might just do that off screen. But yeah, overall, yeah, good little story. So yeah, the Indian Lost Belts. So I think that's pretty much about it. Let's see. I was just looking to see if there's anything else. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. So basically, yeah, got to see, because like I'll be saying, it's just that one person that might interest me, or that, little thing that interests me, and it's like, okay, yeah, now I want to look at the story. Just like Arjuna, I mean, I was interested in the wrong person, because I'm pretty sure he was a bad guy, right? But still, I mean, he was just looking cool, right? He was just looking nice. So I was like, okay, bet, let me look at this, and especially Ashwatthama. Okay, I actually remembered that. Especially Ashwatthama here. I'm surprised I remember how to say it too. He definitely was looking nice, right? And then yeah, Karna right here. Well, Super Karna. So yeah, basically just wanted to look at it, just because they interested me, right? And Pepe here, right? Yeah, also yeah, Pepe as well, because I see him a lot, right, in the AMVs. So yeah, there's certain people that I see a lot in these AMVs that I be looking at. So especially Pepe. I know Senji. Dang, it's like some type of wolf or whatever, right? That's with Senji, or at least, well, not with him, but basically that shows up with Senji all the time, right? Whenever I see the AMVs. Dang, what else is there? I know. Oh yeah, there's one girl. She has like some eye patch on, right? With some like what, brown hair. Yeah, she has like an eye patch on. I see her a lot. And I don't think I can think of anybody else. Let's see. No, I don't think. I can't think of anybody else. But yeah, there's certain people that I see a lot, and yeah, Pepe, seeing him is like, yeah, I finally get to see what he's about. But yeah, kind of see like, yeah, he's not what I really expected, right? I mean, yeah, when he first, before all this, yeah, that's what I was expecting. But afterwards, it's like you see this, and it's like, oh, okay, so he just completely changed. But yeah, honestly, I don't really remember everything, and then yeah, there's still some things I'm gonna have to look at, right? So yeah, I'm gonna just look at the summary again after I'm done with this, and probably look at some other stuff as well. So basically, just get the easier version, right, instead of having to look through the whole video again. But yeah, other than that, yeah, that's about it. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have that poll, and then you guys can basically, like, yeah, right. Oh yeah, I should have said this in the intro. I'll probably try and cut it in, but right now, yeah, you guys can comment down, like, yeah, what you want me to look at. So like the first Lost Belt, specific character, just like Karna, for example, right? If he had his own story, basically, would you want me to look at something like that, right? One of Fate's, characters, and then just other stuff like that. I mean, I would like for it to be Otaku Daikun, because that's what I've been doing this whole time. But yeah, if there's someone else that, yeah, does it just as good as him, then yeah, basically telling the story and all that, then yeah, I'll just do that as well. But other than that, yeah, you guys can comment down below what you want me to look at, and I'll just add it to the poll, and then yeah, whatever has the highest percentage, I'll just do that. But overall, that's about it for the Indian Lost Belt, or Lost Belt number 4. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this. Make sure you like, subscribe again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.